Culdee is the number 4 engine on the mountain railway. He's an old but wise engine that operates on the line. He works with the other engines, but you will mainly find him working with his faithful little coach, Catherine. Catherine and Culdee are a package deal. They get the work done, and the line couldn't be running more smoother. One day, Culdee was working with Godred. "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be back getting rid of that disgusting green paint you got on you by mistake?" "That was for the sake of boredom. I had fun, didn't I? Knocked over a paint can. It wasn't a mistake. I did it on purpose. And besides, purple barely even suited me. At least now they can tell me apart from all of you." Culdee continued to work with Catherine the whole day. The passengers noticed there was something wrong with Culdee, but thought it was wise to leave him alone and just board on Catherine. "Already, Culdee," said Catherine. "Okay," said Culdee, and they worked hard for the rest of the day, until Godred was on the other side of the station. "Oh, that peasant. Thinks he can talk bad about my lovely green paint and black stripes. Oh, I'll show him." Godred went back to get another truck. "This'll teach him for show," he said. Culdee was preparing to go back to his shed when, just then, Godred showed up with a truck in tow. Godred had damaged Catherine. Culdee was cross. Wilfred and Eric were waiting for Culdee to come back, and he did. "Godred, he thinks the world of himself," grunted Eric. "That's rich coming from the person the railway's named after. Playing favorites, are we?" Guys, calm down. Jeez. Culdee, what exactly happened?" "Well, I was pulling Catherine as usual when Godred shunted a truck and knocked her off the rails." "That's awful." Who hasn't?" "Oh, if she's so weak and old, how about you have a go at pulling her tomorrow? Should be easy for a splendid engine like you." "I never even said I was..." "Whatever. Sure, I'll do it. Tell me where your dirty little coach is first thing tomorrow, and I'll get to work." Eric had slept in, and Wilfred had already left with his train. "Lord Harry will give you Catherine. Make sure to keep her on the rails." "Like you couldn't yesterday." "I am so smart about coming up with that one," said Eric. "Here you go," said Lord Harry. "I would have preferred taking an actual truck, but hey, an old coach will do, I guess." "How rude," grunted Catherine. "Thanks, Lord Harry," called Eric. "Come on, you dirty thing, let's get going." "Hey, don't worry about it. Us different types of molds from the other Culdee fell engine gotta stick together." "Filthy thing," grunted Catherine. "Who do you think you are? You're not like Culdee at all." "'Cause I'm not Culdee. Joy. It'll be a bumpy ride from here. If an old thing like you manages to stay in one piece after this, you deserve a Nobel Prize." Catherine was offended. Eric was bringing her across the viaducts and up steep locations like hills. They stopped at Skarloey Road Station to rest for a bit. "You still alive?" said Eric jokingly. "Yes, I'll have you know," grunted Catherine. "Okay, whatever, let's get going." "Wait, what?" Eric was being very pushy, and Catherine wasn't going to stand it for any longer. Catherine was horrified at the mistreatment she was receiving from Eric, and didn't want to tolerate it any longer. They then reached Devil's Back. Catherine was concerned. "This is one of the most dangerous mountains on the railway. I'd advise you be careful." "The controller tells me that every day, you old coot." And he shoved Catherine and continued on. They continued to make good time throughout the day. However, Eric was still rather rude. I'm tempted to just drop you here right on the spot, he said. Eric, called his driver. That's terrible. I don't care. She deserves it. She's been nothing but a nuisance ever since we arrived, and you know what? I think I know how to. You can't be serious. I knew you weren't the smartest engine, but this is just... You can't do that. Oh. Is that so? That's what you want to believe. How about I strand you up here, and if you don't keep quiet, I will, for the rest of the trip, I will strand you up here on this mountain. Do we have a deal? Catherine was horrified at the thought and immediately agreed. Eric smiled as he began to continue throughout the mountain. There was a lot that Catherine wished she could say right now, but then again, she didn't want to be left here. Eric was going up to the summit when he came to a complete halt. What are we doing? We're almost there. Eric smiled. Ah, yes. See if Culdee can catch you this time. He thinks he could tell me what to do. He stands up for you and all that. That might sound cute on paper, but on a mountain, while falling, not so much, said Eric. And then it happened. He uncoupled Catherine from him. And don't come back, said Eric. Oh, the controller will be so pleased when he sees how early I am without carrying that old thing around. I don't think he will be. There was the Culdee Fell controller. Eric, I have no clue what you have been playing at. I have no clue why you've been dragging Catherine around all this time, considering she doesn't have any work, and neither do you. But in that time, I was going to have you take a freight train. Why were you taking her, and where is she? One, Culdee told me to, or dared me to, or whatever. And if you should be blaming anyone, you should blame him. And two, Catherine just missed the summit. The controller realized what had just happened, and he continued to scold Eric. Eric, you have endangered someone's life. How do you feel about that? I feel like that me being reprimanded was pretty predictable. I mean, come on. The controller was cross, and he boarded Eric. We gotta go find Catherine, he said. And Eric, whether he liked it or not, in which he didn't, descended down the mountain.